Hi English. So I can see our view up and up and up, which is great. So here we go. Oh, who's going to be the star and post what the weather is for race for me? This is just the most fun, the most action. If you're in the chat, guys, say hello. Have a little chat together. See what your predictions are going to be. Who fancies having a prediction at the then? Who's going to get polled today? I'm looking down this field, thinking it's exceptionally close. Maybe a couple of standouts in Enhanced and Groom, maybe, but I assure you, they both race in another league of mine, and they have their off days. Riding with Prezi at the moment. Let's go on board. Oh, cars to both sides there. He seems to have got through the middle all right. He's called Georgius. Something like that anyway. So let's move to Stampy. Oh, through Eau Rouge for the first time this evening. In the Alpha. Beautifully done by Stampy. Got some details up. Just looking in Sector 3, there was a part... Art Bertie has retired in Sector 3. We've also lost Enhanced. And Stumpy has invalidated his lap. We've now lost Faintest Club. I think it's at Eau Rouge. There we go. See it through here. Oh no, that car's gotten going again, so that wasn't Faintest Club. Rose. She's on her act, so... Mark Runner saying the stream's freezing. Is that the case? Mine seems to be going alright. Oh, hang on. As it says that it freezes. Yeah, it was a little stutter more than a freeze, that one. Anybody else having stream issues, or... As the rain starts coming, there's definitely rain. Could make this session very interesting, as we've got some laps going in now. So English has gone provisional pole, Prezi P2, Spiky P3, Groove 4 and Scott 5, And look at the time differences that are the people that are coming over the line now. It could well be the first 15 over the line. Well, actually, we've got 3 retirements, so thinking of it that way, as long as you just set a lap, doesn't have to be quick, you will be. Oh no, hang on, we're not in full quali, are we? So, this gets confusing. Short qualifying today, so 18 minutes. So, but it looks like the order could well be in the order that they get over the line. I'm just looking. Mark Clayton's now across the line in P6. As Riley comes into the pits. Stampede. What a horrible weather for qualifying. But I am assured that the race is dry, so okay, that so we get yellows in sets of 1, 2 and 3. The conditions are terrible. We'll stay on board with Stampede, who looks to be completing a lap. Some lap delta up there. So, just a little bit of wobbling going on out the final chicane. He crosses the line and goes P7. He was actually on for a little bit better than that if he didn't have the wobble out of the final corner. Probably not a huge amount better. He might have been P6, but still would have been a bit better. As we got Geekin on a trip across the grass. Simulad looks to be on a lap. It's pretty much intermediate weather, isn't it? I don't think. Somebody did complete a lap then. Who was that? Georgios, I think. Georgios has gone P7. Just managed to get ahead of Stampede. Watch Simulad. His lap is still good. So it sounds 140 before hitting the chicane. Needs a clean exit, which is not going to happen. He's round on the chicane. This is clearly very, very difficult. So he'll cross the line on 55.6, going P10 for the moment. He can also into the pits. On board with Hodder. And just finished the first sector. Starting sector 2. All looks pretty good through there. Oh, he's invalidated earlier in the lap, so it won't count in a way. Those Simulad's going again. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? The slicks now. The rain is still coming. They look very, very slippy. But there's quite a few positions that you'll gain in quali here just by finishing a lap. With, as we lost Bertie, Enhanced and Faintest Cub early on. But you can clearly see, I don't think anybody that's already set a lap, other possibly then Simulator who are on board with, is actually going to be able to improve. He can also switch to the mediums. Intermediates, pal. So we watch Simulad approaching the chicane, already at 152. So even Simi can improve, and he's going to have to come into the pits. So we have set a 155.692, but that may well be good enough to keep him in 10th. As Geekin also switches to intermediates, there's still plenty of places to be had. These guys are a battle. We've got P11 down. And yeah, English confirmed it is dry for the entire race. Runner saying chuck emitters on and just get a time now. I'd say I agree, buddy. It seems to be getting wetter, so it could well be the first person over the line on a set of inters will take P11. Yellows in sector 2, that is a car. Who did we just lose? We've lost someone, haven't we? I think Rue's retired in the pits. I think it was Rose. I think Rose is retired in sector 2. I'm looking at that. I know this is just an outlap from Geek and Awesome, but that already looks more stable. What the 6 were, so it's definitely the right call to be out on intermediates now. Anybody else out on track at the moment? Nope, everybody else is retiring. Or still sat in the pits. Is there any chance it's going to go back to dry, maybe? Is that why they're sat in the pits, hoping? Can't see any other reason you'd be sat in the pits, because it's raining, so therefore... You know, it's just going to get wetter, isn't it? So it's just going to get slower. Speaking Awesome, approaching the start of the lap, comes through the chicane. Let's just see his exit here. Oversteer on the power. It's a little spin, go back a little bit so you can get a bit of speed up before going across the line. See him going. There was a tyre on the track then. Anybody else see that? There was a wheel stuck on the track. We had that at Italy at the end of the season, didn't we? Haas were picking them all up, so they didn't have to pay for their next lot. Let's get out there. Who's in the Haas today? Scotty, get out there and get that tyre, mate. Might still be good. Yeah, Andrew's saving tyres to race. It's definitely a track where there could be several safety cars. Let's hope not. It can easily go either way, really. We could have none, we could have 4 or something like that, but yeah, it's probably sensible. Save what you can for the race. With it being a long lap around here at Spa as well, the difference between softs, mediums and hards is quite a big one. So I think it's Spa going to be the least actual laps we have in a race through the season. I think it's going to be 22. I can't think of a track that has less than that. So we see Eakin. So I can see that Stug has put on a set of intermediates, as is Scotty, but obviously he's already done a lap on the soft, so it doesn't matter really for him. Just a bit of practice. Stug's put on some intermediates and is now on his out lap as well. But we will see he can come across the line. Let's see if he's learned from that out lap mistake. And he comes across the line in a 57.0. So Similad's position may not actually be safe. So we know Simi was, Geekin was slow over the line. So he's definitely got some time in there, but you know what it's like with inters, we all know what it's like. You tend to do quite a used to where the grip is and everything. And people just tend to go faster and faster for lap after lap, really. See, I don't know if he was. I didn't see if he was improving in sector 1. Let's look. Hodder now on intermediates and on his out lap. Well, 3 people and more really that certainly won't mind this weather at the start. Change it to the start of qualifying. English on pole. That's not going to be beaten now. Prezi P2 will be over the moon. Spiky as well in P3 will be the same. Rue P4, Scotty as well P5, he'd be happy with that. And I think Hart late will be as well to get his time in early to be P6. So Geekin is definitely going faster. As long as he's alright on the power out of the chicane, I think he's going to take Similad, is he? Yep, he just gets ahead of Similad and moves into P10. Similad hasn't put a set of inters on. Let's move to Stug now, who's doing a flying lap. In the papaya. But you know, I'm not actually in the team this season. I've dial it down. Sport AlphaTauri, who are currently in P6 and P10, so successful qualifying for them. For us, I should say. English says he won't mind having some extra tyres. Not a bad shape. Let's go, Haas! From Uncanny Ants. I think they're doing well at the moment. They're P1 and P5, I think. Your boys are on the ball. Uncanny Ant. There's Stug. Comes in. Gonna get another lap, and I'm sure, unless he has an incident, I'm sure he will go quicker again on the second lap too. I think it's worth it. I'm not sure why Aqua hasn't come out to do a lap. Just have a look. I think Geeking is coming across the line again and goes quicker again by nearly half a second. Just really cementing that 10th place. Look at Hodder. He's on his approach to the chicane. This yellow was Geeking going through Eau Rouge as Hodder crosses the line. No time, he'd invalidated. Okay. Let's go to Stug then. Who at the moment is 3.5 temps up. That was at the end of sector 1, so I think because of the conditions, I suspect that sector 2 is probably the place where you're likely to gain most time. Was that the sector 2 then? Sorry, end of sector 2. So he's on his approach to the chicane, to the bus stop. Yeah, he looks like he's going quicker. There's no doubt about it. So he comes out across the line. Didn't see the position. I think it was just behind Geek and Awesome and Zero Simi. That is qualifying. So just to confirm that the early runner's got the best positions. English in pole. Prezi P2, Spiky P3, Groove 4th, Scott in 5, Ark late in 6th, and Georgios in 7th. Rose got in there early and got in 8th, and Stampy with 9th. Then Geepkin did very well to out-qualify Similad, having used the intermediates to get P10. Then Simi and Stug were the only other ones to set a time. So Ark Bertie will start P13, Enhanced 14, Riley 15, Hodder 16, Fainscove 17, and Aqua 18. We'll put the guys that got furthest around the lap before but didn't set time. So that's what I'm just by not setting time, you're further down. So maybe not missed there for a couple of people. So that is the end of qualifying. We will head for our usual 5-minute break, so please don't ready up anyone. And please tell me that's not ready up already. I'm still with you. I'm not sure what's going on. I think we're okay. So usually if it's ready up, you start getting loads of people shouting in Discord. So nothing of that's happened yet. So I'm just going to nip for a break and be back with you very shortly. No, I won't. Fortunately, guys, I wasn't able to see who readied up. I can't see that on the screen. Yeah, this is going to be a lobby restart, guys, I'm afraid. This isn't any good. Multiple people getting... Yeah, Arclate just messaged me saying restarts. Definitely is. Okay, so guys, I will leave you on the break screen while we sort out the restarts. Okay, hello everyone. We are going back live. We'll be starting the race very, very shortly. The grid has been redone. Just some issues at the moment, so we'll be readying up very shortly. Apologise for this. Somebody readied up early, which, as we know, causes all sorts of issues. If you caught it before I went to the break screen, you'd have noticed that the vast majority of the cars didn't even go off the line, so for a formation lap. So, only sensible thing is to restart. How people don't know yet not to ready up is beyond me. Right, so I think we're, yeah, the shout's gone up to get going. I think we've had somebody join us for the race who will start from the back, which is Venom Hyper. That will be discussed after the race because it does break the rules, so we will discuss that after the race and come to a decision on what happens. But he is on the grid, so the light goes out for the formation lap, and English gets us away. Rather than looking at the early ready up and everything, we are now going, so let's concentrate on that. Yeah, I see some comments in the chat. Someone readied up early again, yes. Cole says there needs to be a rougher penalty. I think I agree, it's catching people and being 100% sure who it is causes the problem. A few DSQs early on, Geeking Awesome, Aqua and Venom are all disqualified from the formation lap. And have been put back to the start of the grid. But let's just run through because we had quite a long break. So just to confirm, English on pole, Prezi P2, Spiky in P3, Brew P4, Scotty P5, Arclight P6, Georgios in 7th, Rose will start P8, Stampy in P9, Geeking Awesome 10, Simi in P11, Stug in the only McLaren this evening in P12, I can tell. P30 Narc Bertie, Enhanced P14, Riley 15, Hodder 16, Faintest Cub 17, and Aqua will be 18 with Venom Hyper starting at the back on P19. If there's any McLaren guys watching, I'll be in the chat after the race to find out what's happened, why we've only got one McLaren on the track. No, Rose did not qualify on mediums. I must admit that we'll have to discuss that after the race because should be on softs. It may be my fault that I did actually put his free tyre choice in the chat, but I did change that afterwards and did tell everyone. So Rose is on the wrong tyre, unfortunately. But anyway, let's go as the guys at the back are now forming up. Ooh, that's a long view. Can I get a bit closer? So now that or that. So At least we can see everything. 5 lights on, and Spa-Francorchamps is go. So, English looks like he's gone off the line pretty well, but is under a bit of pressure from Prezi. So far, everybody round. And Spiky just put in English under a bit of pressure up the straight. Got his power open. They're going to be side by side. English outbreaks and uses the advantage of having in the inside of the corner. Oh, and Spiky is taking advantage. Is he? Or Prezi? No, Prezi was looking to get back past. Spiky up into P2. So, Rue remains P4, being patient at the moment. Which is something that Rue's very good at, so Rose has made it up to P5. We've Scott down 1 to 6 and Late down 1 to 7. Oh, we've got a yellow in sector 2. It's Stug. We've lost Stug. Oh, he's spun round. And I think Riley's hit him after the spin, which has retired him, and that will bring out our first safety car. Oh, what a shame. So we've lost the only McLaren from the race. We've also lost Art Riley. That's a shame for those two. But we have an early safety car. Too early really for soft drivers to consider coming off of the tyres, but some are. Rue's in. Several are. Is he putting on the hards? So he's intending on going to the end. There's no doubt about that. Rue was on the hards. Completely intent on going to the end. This is very risky. Geeky Awesome's done the same. It's very risky from these two, but the hard tyres will do a whole race, there's no doubt about that. They'll do a whole race without giving out, so they're definitely getting to the end. It's just whether the pace is any good, really. And you've got to think that the front runners, to start with, so Spiky, Prezi, Rose, will all have the opportunity to pull away while Rue and Geekin are sort of down the order a bit and having to try and make their way through. So you'd think they'd be able to pull out a bit of a gap and then go on to fresher, better tyres and catch them back at the end if needed. But of course, that is all assuming that this is the only safety car of the game, of the race. And Aston in front, says Ryan. Brian even. Yeah, unlucky Riley and Stug. Chalky. I think it was one of those sort of situations where Stug had spun and Riley maybe hit him after. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just something that happens. Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, there's Riley. Sorry, he's right in the middle of the track. Yeah, so it looks like that's what happened. Great driving to start us off, says Andrews. It was up until the instant there. That was the. We've got away. Everybody got through Eau Rouge, and everything was looking great. But just unfortunately, we had that incident. Looking down then, so Gru and Geekin have both pitted to hards and intend on going to the end. Safety car, you could come in this lap. Everybody's caught up. No need to do another lap. Going to anyway, aren't you? It's a safety car drive. I'm guessing that's Art Reaper in the safety car driving again. He just wants the limelight for a bit, doesn't he? He wants to be seen. So we've got a couple of penalties. Just to mention that Enhanced also pitted and decided to go onto softs. Art Bertie has pitted onto mediums. Faintest Cub onto softs, but is in the pits again. So I wonder if we might see Faintest Cub switch to hards. It's one of those, if I was running right at the back of the field, I would switch to hards and say, right, I'm going to try and go to the end and hope there's no more safety cars, but he's going to do it on mediums. Mediums, I'm not even sure we'll make it to the end from here. It'll be tight. It'll be horrible by the end. So, a couple of penalties, just check what we've got earlier on from those. Oh no, Hodder's picked... I did 2 drive-throughs. Hodder has picked up a drive-through, Faintest Cub has picked up a drive-through for speeding under safety car. That's going to be tough. So in that case, yeah, for Faintest Cub, maybe going to the hards wouldn't have been a good idea because he's going to have a lot of time to try and make up as well. So he needs the pace of the medium tyres to be able to do that. As we go back up to the front, safety car will be in this lap. Do you hear me, Reaper? Bring that safety car in this lap. Oh, we've lost English. What's happened to English? Stug saying he didn't spin. Stug was avoiding a Mercedes that was spinning in front of him, and then someone else drove into him. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree, Walkie. Don't give up, dude. English, please. You're the sort of racer we want here, mate. Brian's saying, let's be honest here, there will probably be another safety car. Why, do you not trust everybody to get through Eau Rouge? There's always another quick one after the first ones, okay. So English saying he's always having wheel issues. And Spiky has gone late but caught them completely unawares. And gives yourself a nice little lead. Let's just go. Anybody fighting down into the first corner? Doesn't appear so. Oh, it's a pretty good camera for going through Eau Rouge with Venom. Oh, as there's an Aston Martin! That was Venom! He's lost it in Eau Rouge. And it's spun round. And we've lost Gru. We've lost Gru. Who's also, by the looks of it, lost it at Eau Rouge. There's control. Venom Hyper receives 3-second penalty. We already had a 5. So was there contact between Venom and Gru? I'm not seeing any safety car signs, so it looks like we're racing. Who's close? So Arclate's close on the back of Scott. Let's move back to tyres. Just keep on board with these guys at the moment. Bertie is also... I think actually Bertie might be a better shout at the moment. He's on the back of Geek and Awesome, who's on the hards. So Awesome on fresh hards, Bertie on fresh mediums. I just wonder, was there contact between Gru and Venom, or was it just a case that they both lost it through Eau Rouge? Spiky setting the fastest lap earlier on with 46.8. I think that would be improved upon before the end of the race. As the fuel loads reduce, there was a move there. Oh, Venom Hyper's into the pits. Okay, so he must have had damage. And Faintest Cub makes a move on Hodder coming out of the chicane. And takes P12. As he looks to recover. race. Georgios was right up on the back of Arclate there. He was right on his gearbox. Towards the end of the straight. So I don't know too much about Georgios. He's in Ferrari, obviously. We've got yellows in sector 1 and 2. And there is an alpha of Art Bertie's had a moment at the end of the straight. So, but he is going again, and I think he's lost his right end plate on the front wing. So I suspect he'll need to pit at the end of this lap. Okay, as we go on board with Similad, who is making his way up to the back of Stampy. So we've got a little bit of a train here going on. As there's another yellow in sector 2. I think actually that was Bertie just moving out the way because of the damage, so he was just slowing down, that was all. So we watch this sort of train, which is basically going from Scott in P4 to Similad in P8, Enhanced in P9 actually is on the back in the Merc. Sole surviving Merc at the moment, so we've lost Brute. Yellows sector 2 and 3, that was a Ferrari, but he's got going again, he's absolutely fine, so that wasn't Georgios, it must have been Aqua. As Enhanced makes the move on Similad. Similad leaves plenty of room, and a move is made well by Enhanced. And we will be looking at Stampy next. We know Enhanced speed, and when he's got slightly fresher tyres as well. As Arclate picks up 3 seconds. And Bertie is in the pits now. Trying to get that wing changed. He's going to hurt his race. He's gone so hard, so he's going to look to go to the end, which he can do very comfortably from here. And there's another yellow in sector 2. They're going again. I think that's just somebody running wide. Oh! We're getting there. That's Enhanced making a move on Stampy. Straight. Still using his energy to try and make sure of it. Let's not have any silly lunges into the chicane, guys. Everybody behaves themselves. Everybody picks up DRS in our little train that's going on here. Enhanced looking to outbrake. He makes the inside of the corner. Georgios leaves room, and Enhanced is really flying through the field at the moment. So you've got to think that Arclate is going to. Oh, Late has a. Oh, he's had a moment in Eau Rouge. Oh no, they've taken each other. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Arclate's had a moment in Eau Rouge. Scott avoided him, but the spun, taking the avoiding action. And unfortunately, it's taken them both out. I can't believe that's not bringing out a safety car. How is that not bringing out a safety car? Be careful, Similad. Be careful. There's not much room. Ah, safety car is out. That took a long time. Aqua, I think, I don't know if you're listening, but I think you're okay. I think the cars have been moved. But we're under safety car anyway, so you've got to be under your delta, so should be fine. I don't know where everybody else missed that, to be honest. Nobody else has gone into them. That took ages for the safety car to come out then. So here we go again. Brian, game heard me and okay, bluff. It's all your fault. Haas. Such a great qualifying as well. Up in P1 and P6 I think it was, wasn't it? What a shame. But yeah, Spartan, that was unlucky, wasn't it, pal? There was no fault on either driver there. It was at a moment of Freeway Rouge, and then Scott just moved, I think, has caught the curb and spun round, and then obviously spun right in front of Late. Just completely unlucky. So pit stops happening. Enhanced is now in P5 on fresh mediums and will go to the end, as with Spiky and Prezi out in the front, whereas Rose has gone to Sos. You're going to do well to take Sos 14, 15 laps. I know one or two of these laps, or probably two, are going to be under safety car, but you're still going to be putting a bit of wear on them. So 15 laps from now, it's 13 laps on Sos around Spa on a 50% race. They barely do that on a 100% race, to be honest, so... But maybe she proved me wrong. We'll soon find out. So who are you guys on the chat? What's your predictions for top 3? I'm going to call that Enhanced is going to make his way through and take a podium. I think it might even be the top step, but I'm not sure on that. I think, other than that, I think the 3 podium sitters would be Spiky, Prezi and Enhanced. But in what order, I'm not 100% sure. Spartan sends Spiky, Rose and Prezi. So Spartans, you reckon Rose can take those softs to the end? Be some achievement. Rose on softs, that's not very smart, says Brian. No, I think you had to... Which she started the race... The silly thing is, she started the race on the wrong tyres. She started on mediums, which is supposed to be on softs. And that is actually, by the looks of it, come to bite her in the bum a bit. Spartan thinks there'll be another safety car yet, and that's yeah, I see what you mean, so it could play into her hands still. So actually maybe that's what Rose is thinking. Maybe she's thinking there's still likely to be another safety car yet. If I go on sauce and can get ahead of these guys, and then we all pit, I'll be in the lead after the safety car. I think Bertie, Stampy and Geekin for top 3 in that order. As they used to say on Family Fortunes, if that happens, Brian, I'll give you the money myself. Also, you're Dutch, you might not have the slightest clue what I'm even talking about there. Brian saying, alright, how much? But it depends how many of the 100 people said, mate. But again, you're Dutch, so you probably don't know what I mean by Family Fortunes. Do you have Family Fortunes in Holland? It's a TV quiz show. So, safety car will be in this lap. We've not had the confirmation yet, but everybody's called up. Unless Reaper decides he's gonna... That's why he's not in the chat, by the way, because he's running the safety car today. So that's why he's not in the chat. Isn't that with Steve Harvey? Who's Steve Harvey? He's gonna be breeding cookies again. Why not? Yeah, cookies seem like a good shape. Who's Steve Harvey? have no idea if this... It might be in Holland. I don't know. I thought it'd be something more along the line of Nils Faststeiner or something. I don't know. It's the American one. Well, no, it's not with him then, because the American one's not the proper one. The English one was first. If you're my sort of age, you'll remember it with Les Dennis, but there was, I think, Bob Monkhouse at one stage, and... Who was it did it originally? I've forgotten. Brilliant comedian. Anyway, that is enough of Family Fortunes, because we are going racing again as we come through the final chicane. And Prezi not caught out so much this time by Spikey, but Enhanced was really on the ball and is making a move on Geekin already. Geekin really squeezes Enhanced. Maybe a bit too much, but Enhanced is round and it's going to have to do it all over again. Venom hyper pitted in the Aston Martin. So let's ride on board with Rose to see what she can do. Oh, we've lost Hodder. We've lost Hodder through Eau Rouge. Looks right at the start of Eau Rouge by the map. Wonder if he'll still be there when Venom gets right. There's no need for a safety car for this. So game, do not give a safety car. I'll go back to Venom when he gets close to see if he's still there. But it looks right at the start of Eau Rouge, that looks like. No, he's not still there. It's been moved, so that's good in a way. As Prezi picks up 3 seconds, oh, that could hurt him. He's under a lot of pressure from Rose, who's not trying to put it up in the most sensible of places there. You've got a big long straight coming up. Stick in the gearbox and use your energy and the extra grip Softs have got. I would up for a second say that Prezi didn't allow enough room. The simple fact that Rose wasn't far enough alongside. Prezi was enticed to take that line. So Rose has used all of her deploy for this lap. Looking through the field, have we got anyone else a bit closer? Aqua is close on the back of Similad. It's going to take people a bit of time just to spread out a bit. Obviously, DRS is a massive thing around Spa. Don't really have that then. So, oh. Yeah, Andrews, Les Dennis did present it, but he wasn't the first. There was somebody before it. I know Bob Monkhouse did, but there was somebody before that. It was the original. Old comedian, great comedian, as Aqua makes the move on Similad on the straight. Similad allows enough room, but Aqua spun it. Oh, he spun it. He made the move as well, but he spun it. Enhanced, looking into the hard right-hander. Similad allows the room. To be fair, probably not a battle that Similad really wants to get into in a way. So he did well, left plenty of room. Enhanced took advantage. A stampede right on the back of Georgius. Oh, and Rose has gotten ahead of Prezi at the front into P2. We'll move there in just a second. In fact, we'll move there now. And Venom Hyper is out of the race. Oh, and that's another safety car. Gotta be kidding. He's at Eau Rouge. He's lost it at Eau Rouge on his own. And has caused safety car number 3. If we were still on the home straight, surely the game didn't have to bring out a safety car there. But you were right, in a way, there was definitely another safety car. Maybe not as far into the race as Rose with the light, though. Max Bygrave. first, was he? Okay, thanks, Andrews. Well, what's going on up over Rouge, Brian? What's not going on out there in the moment? It's always one that catches people out. Oh, hi, Trev. Bob Monkhouse was the original house before Les Dennis. Okay. I could have sworn there was somebody before, but fair play. Someone throwing bananas or something. Yay! Mario Kart, we so gotta get Mario Kart. It's about time Nintendo just conceded they're never going to make a great machine again and just allow Microsoft to stick all their games on Game Pass so that we can all play Mario Kart. I bet within a week there'd be a 1,000, if not more, Mario Kart Discords. If they did that, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I think Spygrave must be the one I'm trying to think of. It's not the one I've got in my head, but I'm probably just getting them mixed up. Oh, well, we're definitely doing another lap under safety car. Oh, we've lost Aqua. Aqua's lost it at the end of the straight, and we've lost him. So we're down to just 10 runners in Tier 3. As Geekin Awesome decides that the strategy is no longer go to the end on hards, and I have to agree with him that it probably is time. George just stuck with it, but then his hards were several laps younger, so that obviously makes a difference. But Geekin is saying by the time the safety car comes in, I'm going to be going to the end on softs instead. So Enhanced already back up to P6 following that spin, and maybe looks at, we shall see. George just having a quiet but good race, isn't he, in P4? But I guess maybe Rose now, because of another safety car, might be able to take these softs to the end. I still don't think they're the right tyres to be on right now. I think mediums are the better choice, but it's looking better and better for her. Enhanced, if you're listening, bud, please do not comment on the stream, even if it's under safety car. Don't comment on the stream while in race. Okay, we don't mind if you're in the garage and qualifying, but don't comment when you're in race. We know you're new, bud, so just letting you know. Brian says he quit F1 and become a Mario Kart esports driver. I think most of us would, mate, without a doubt. English, and he wants to come on, English. It's one race, buddy. I know it's frustrating. You're good lads. You're a very, very, very good racer. So I really don't want to lose you just because of will issues. It's not your fault, is it? Or anybody else's. It's people who made the will, I suppose. Spiky being a bit really backing the field up. Don't blame him. Gotta wait for the safety car to get in the pits, and it's just arrived now, so Spiky goes. Besides, this time he's going to go well before the chicane. And maybe just caught Rose a little bit, but Rose has had a better chicane, so... Oh, now we've got yellows sector 1, 2 and 3. How can you have yellows in sector 2? There's no one there. I don't know what that was all about. So we'll stick with Rose. It looks like everybody else has gotten a decent advantage. I think actually Enhanced is the one to stick with here as we go through Eau Rouge one more time. Enhanced. Oh, Geekin. Yeah, it's hard to defend that one, I'm afraid. As Rose has taken the lead of the race and gets past Spiky. Unusual place of circuit to get past, but has made it work, and Spiky has kept it clean, so so at the moment with Georgios you can see he's just maybe struggling a bit on the hards. 3 seconds off of Prezi already. He's got Stampy right behind him, who I think will move to. So we've got a yellow in sector 3. Oh, Simi, no, we've lost another one. And it's another safety car. Simi lad is out. Just before the double right-hander, that could be a solo error. Those couple of curbs there will catch you out. So we're down to just 9 runners, and this time it's multiple drivers pitting. So only 3 staying out, and that is Rose, Awesome, and Faintest Cub. All of the rest are pitting to soft tyres by the looks of it. Yep, all of them to soft tyres. Bertie's actually put... Oh no, he's not. No, okay, so yeah, completely fresh soft tyres for everyone. So now, you've got to say things are looking good for Geek and Awesome. Faintest Cub. Obviously Rose has the track position, but has 5 lap older tyres than Geek and Awesome, so it's changing rapidly, isn't it? So 4 safety cars means that only one more is possible, guys, so we'll get this at some point. Scott Sen 3rd one, I'm pretty sure that's a 4th one. Yeah, it is, because the 3rd one was when Venom Hyper retired at Eau Rouge. This is number 4, which means you can only have 5. So it's only possible that one more could come out. There's still laps for it to do just that. Everybody's caught up. See, Brian, you could have been with me in the comms. You said you're not going to do it because you've got schoolwork to do. But here you are chatting on the stream. So... very fibbed and just didn't want to be my co-comms. Very mean. Yeah, so no, Andrews, it's not still the 3rd safety car, it's the 4th one. Yeah, well, if you're having a break, you could have been on with me, couldn't you? Brian? You just didn't want to do comms because Reaper's not racing, which means you don't get to take the mick out of him. That's all. Where is Reaper? He's normally always on. Missing him. "22 viewers out there still. Thank you for staying with us, guys. I know these races with lots of safety cars can be a bit grueling to stick watching. Oh, it just went down to 19. Oh well, it's... I mean, I'm not being funny, Brian, this is a 4th safety car, I could really use a co-comms, but it's fine. It's fine, we'll get through. Jokes aside though, you're my favourite co-coms, so I'd never miss a chance to do comms with you unless I have to. Aw, ain't that nice? Ain't that nice, viewers? Well, that's very kind of you, Brian. It's quite upset Rappy Clappy saying that. Cats are life in our server actually, isn't he? You won't be in bed now. No, it's alright, mate. Don't worry about joining now, it's fine. You get on with your schoolwork. Oh! Rose has hit the back of the safety car. She's lost her front wing or an end plate or something, and she is pretty much stopped. Actually ghosted there for a moment. What has happened to Rose? I know she hit the back of the safety car, but now everybody's been told to let her back past. Oh, what a nightmare. What is going on? And I'm just looking up. So Geeky and Awesome's taking the lead. The safety car's going to go round again, isn't it? No, it's into the pits, and Geeky and Awesome already has 2.6 seconds. Spiky became aware of it and caught back up somewhat though, so... As we see Rose just really struggling to keep that Williams on the road. At least she's made it back to the pits because there's great points on offer just for finishing this race now. Oh, Spiky's gotten ahead of Geeky and Awesome. I can only assume that Awesome has made a mistake into Eau Rouge that's allowed Spiky through. I just want to take a look at this car. Yeah, he's got both end plates. Not sure what's going on there for Geekin. Seems to be struggling a bit, but Prezi is also now on the back of him. Faintest Cub picks up 3 seconds. A lot of the drivers still remaining are penalty free, which is going to help some of them. Yeah, let's go back to Prezi. He's right on the back of Geek and Awesome. Jensen, I'll get a room you too. Brian says there's another controller gone. If it's not the boyfriend's whatever elite controller thingy it was, because she said she was using after last week. Prezi up the inside of Geek and Awesome into turn 1. Makes the move stick. Geek and Awesome just seems to be having a bit of trouble. He's on fresh softs, but I don't know if he's... I mean, he doesn't physically have damage in the sense of on his front wing or something, but he could have side pod or undercarriage damage or something like that. Causing it. Stampede at the moment between Stampede and Georgios. So just have a look at the multis. Okay, so Burley's got 6 seconds. Although as it stands, he'd only enhanced. 3 seconds for Prezi and 3 for Faintest Cub, so it just makes it look even better at the moment for Spiky. not much going on in the terms of battles at the moment. This is our closest, which is a gap of just over 7/10. The only thing I'd say is Stampy is looking after his ERS. Oh, but Georgios is as well, to be fair. As Enhanced gets ahead of Bertie in... Oh, no, Bertie gets back. Okay, so we're going into turn 1. Enhanced is going to look to make the move around the outside. Bertie unfortunately cuts the chicane and picks up a further 3 seconds. Taking him to 9. Surely we're not going to go side, but I think Enhanced has thought better of it. I thought for a second we were going to go inside over it, side by side over Rouge, but Bertie loses it. Under extreme pressure from Enhanced, Bertie has lost it, and thank the Lord we've only got a virtual safety car. Oh, I think Bertie might look back on that and think, why did I even fight him? I've got 6 seconds of penalties when they first started battling, 9 seconds after cutting the corner at turn 1 to Enhance none, so why, you know, maybe don't battle. By finishing the race you're on for great points today. I can't believe we started with 19 and down to 8. It's unbelievable. Vast majority of it's just been bad luck. I mean, we haven't seen on stream someone make a bad move which has resulted in a retirement, so I can only assume a lot of it is down to, you know, just bad luck, driver error, that sort of thing. Nobody caught out by the end of the virtual safety car. You do sometimes see people picking up drive-throughs. At the moment, nobody within a second of each other. Well, Stampy's just got... No, he's just outside a second now. So at the moment, the top 3, as they stand, are looking pretty good to remain as just that. Spiky, Prezi and Awesome, because of the 3-second penalty to Faintest Cub. With just this lap and 2 more to go, has to be quite a big turnaround. Brian giving a quick tip for Tears upcoming. Decrease the rear anti-roll bar. Andrew says, quicker take a Rouge carefully. Yeah. Well, you've got a... What's just happened? We've just lost... Well, we've not lost Fainted Cub, but he's had a spin. The Alpine, which just drops him down to 7th. Right, as Rose goes around, that was a good time to switch, wasn't it? Just caught the inside curb, which is a death curb. If you touch it, you're gone. Enhanced is on the back of Stampy. Stick with this one. We may well see a move at some point. My tip for Spa is to run, for qualifying, run your downforce 1 higher on the front than the rear. But when it comes to race, change that back to being couple lower on the fronts, maybe even 3 lower on the fronts, just to make the car more stable for a Rouge, and a bit easier to get on the power out of corners as well. That would be my Spa tip. But oh, as Stampy spins, there's another one there. Well, Tier 3 is really struggling with Spa. It's been a real struggle, without doubt. That's Promoted Enhanced, who will get onto the back of Georgius, and of course Enhanced will get DRS. On the next lap, so Georgius is likely to be quite vulnerable. And all of this has just played it even more into the top three's hands, who now have a big gap. So at the moment, even with penalties, it would finish as it is. Enhanced, I would imagine, at the moment, will just be thinking, just set this up. Follow Georgius through Eau Rouge. And then open up DRS and ERS at the same time. He's had a little wobble out of there, which just lost him a bit of room. And he's had to use some energy just to catch some of that back up. So we shall see it. Oh, that just touches the wall. Seems we've gotten away with it. And lifts slightly through Eau Rouge. And Enhance picks up 3 seconds. Oh no! So that's going to mean that even if he gets past Georgius, he won't get the position. The driver riding behind him also has 3 seconds and is 15 seconds down the road, so there's no real reason. Georgius, you might just want to let him go, mate. He's picked up a penalty, so just all you got to do is stay 3 seconds behind. As quick as Enhanced is, I don't think 3 seconds in 2/3 of a lap is really on the cards. You watch him do it now just to prove me wrong. So, Spiky in the Aston Martin. Brian is going to be a pleased man in the chat. Aston Martin are going to win a real gem of a race here at Spa-Francorchamps. Spiky comes across the line and takes P1. Congratulations to Spiky. Congratulations to Prezi on P2. And I know Prezi will be over the moon to take a P2, so well done, mate. Geekin also on the podium. First podium for AlphaTauri this season. Congratulations. Georgius in P4 for Ferrari, scoring great points. Enhanced takes P5 because of the 3 second penalties just picked up on the last lap. Faintest Cub in P6. And we will just watch Rose. Somehow has managed to get ahead of Stampy. She's not quite out of 3 seconds, so even though she's managed to get ahead of him, she's going to lose it on penalty count back, unfortunately, but it's the way it is. So Rose crosses the line in 7th, but it's demoted to 8th, and Stampy finishes P7. So congratulations to the 8 drivers that got through what was clearly an extremely difficult race. The game is awarding Enhanced the driver of the day. That obviously will be because he's made up the most positions. Oh, look at that, Spiky giving out copies of the game. I mean, it was copies of fair game in this one. Yeah, unlucky there, Birdie. Aston, says Brian. Spiky go. All great. So, the fastest lap, by the way, went to Rose, so she'll pick up the extra point for that. There won't be a bottom 10 fastest lap because only 8 finished, so there's just the 1 fastest lap to date. Congratulations, obviously, to Spiky, who I'm also... I think I am going to award Driver of the Day to Spiky for a very solid victory in the end. Come under some pressure from Rose before she hit the safety car, but yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair driver of the day today, Spikey. Mind you, Prezi is really pushing for that. So special mention for Prezi as well on P2, Awesome P3, Giorgio's P4, Enhanced P5, Faintest Cub P6, Stampy 7, and Rose in P8. With what was a very, very difficult race. Perhaps it might act as a little bit of a warning for Tier 2 and Tier 3, Tier 2 and Tier 1 on Saturday. Tier 2 will be at 6 PM and Tier 1 8 PM. Please come and join us. I'll be commentating for you on Tier 2, maybe, just maybe, with a guest commentator this week, I'm hoping. But we shall see. And obviously I'll be driving in Tier 1, so you will have Brian and Claps for Life. Moment it actually went up slightly higher. And a massive congratulations. Thank you very much, everybody, and we shall see you on Saturday.